and I have a boy and a girl, and they're not twins, 6 and 9. And so I remember, Leanne, I've known you since the preschool days with our boys.
Right.
And I remember when you were pregnant with your twins.
Right, it's when we met, yeah.
Yeah, that's when we met. And you were nervous.
Yeah.
Do you remember that you were nervous?
I do remember that.
Yeah. So if you can think back that far now, we all have our mom brains now, so they don't work quite right anymore. But if you can think back that far,
absolutely.
What was making you nervous?
Well, let's see. I found out that I was expecting twins. It was in November. It was right before Thanksgiving time, and I remember it was like pouring rain the day that I found out, and I was driving home, and I just was kind of gripped with fear about the whole situation. Like, I wanted to be happy, but I was more fearful. But I think that's kind of due to just the nature of the person that I am anyways. I'm kind of a worrier. But there was a lot of fear at the time of, I don't know, first of all, the pregnancy. Like, I was just fearful what was going to happen to my body carrying 2 babies. Is that going to be such a strain on me? And can I do this? And am I strong enough to do this? And then all the what ifs after with the birth, and can I handle the needs of 2 babies plus my 4-year-old child on top of that?
Right.
So I was a bit worried, but good thing, God gives you 9 months for the fact to soak in, and every day became a little bit easier and more joyful and accepting of my future that awaited, our future that awaited. So
well, I know every pregnancy is different, but were there any really significant differences in terms of having one baby versus twins?
With just the pregnancy itself?
Yes.
A lot more appointments. We were always looking at them more, ultrasounding more to make sure they were, both in good positions and whatnot, and just everything was okay with them. I was going up to Riverside a lot more to check on them a lot.
So why going? So Riverside is in Columbus.
Yeah.
For our viewers, Riverside is about an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So
I think they just wanted some more specialized sets of eyes looking at the images, I think.
Okay.
There was a bit of a concern with one of the babies, something about the nuchal fold being thicker, and they did a little bit of testing with her, some genetic testing and whatnot, that all came out to be okay. But there was a little hiccup there, I remember, around, it was into February or so with my pregnancy. Yeah. And, kind of raised some concern, but it
turned out to be fine.
It turned out to be okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But other than that, I just remember being very tired towards the end. It was very hard to entertain my 4-year-old son. Of course, he always wanted to go and play. And
yes.
I was feeling the weight of the world at that point in time, and I just couldn't do it very well. But that was probably the hardest part there.
Okay. How about for you, Jessy? What was your pregnancy like?
Well, I have nothing to compare it to.
Right, yes.
It was a lot of doctor's visits every 2 weeks, and an ultrasound every 3 weeks.
Wow.
Because they were identical and they were in the same placenta, so.
Okay. We didn't mention your twins are fraternal.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So they were separate, everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of worry when we first found out that they were twins, that they were in the same amniotic sac.
Okay. Is that not typically how it happens?
Usually they're in the same placenta and different amniotic sacs, which is what mine are.
Okay.
But there is a chance that they could be in the same sac, and if that's the case, they get chance of getting twisted up. And also, if that's the case, you're in the hospital from the time that the babies are viable until they're born.
Wow. Okay. So, but that turned out to not.
Nope, turned out not to be the case.
Okay.
Internet
so there was a little worry with both of us there.
Internet was the worst thing ever.
Right.
Yes.
All I remember telling my obstetrician, well, this is after my son was born, the older of my 2, and I had a follow-up for myself. And she asked how things were going. I said, well, I've been reading this and I've been reading that, and it was scaring me. She's like, stop reading. Just stop reading. And that was like the best advice ever. So, so it's probably the same thing you do reading on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So did you go full term, both of you?
I did. I went 37 weeks and 5 days.
Wow.
I was
which
almost exactly the same.
38 weeks for twins is considered full term. So
Ah, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was 37 weeks plus a couple days myself, so we were right
Alright,
there at the
alright.
same. Yeah, and I remember my neighbor is a doctor, and at the time in that neighborhood, and she was walking, and we were coming home from a doctor's appointment, and we rolled down our window to talk to her, and she's like, "Hi, how are you doing?" And told her I was almost 37 weeks, and she said, she said 37 weeks is almost the new 39, 40 weeks for twins.
Oh,
so
okay.
it really, I guess they don't really want you to carry them. Well, you can carry them full term, but there are things that can start to go stale. Maybe that there's a little bit of danger, like things that can happen if you go
Okay.
too long. So.
And so how much
Yeah.
did the babies weigh when they were born?
Mine were 6 pounds 7 ounces and 6 pounds 9 ounces.
Is that big for twins?
and mine were 6'4" and 6'10", and
Oh,
yes,
wow.
it is.
It's
all
a
the
little bit,
nurses
yeah,
were
yeah.
amazed at how big they were.
That's fabulous though, right?
Yeah.
Because then their lungs are that much more developed.
No breathing
and-
problems
yeah.
or anything like that. Yeah, they were good to go.
Oh, that's so great.
Your girls were good too.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay,